Right, so what is the presidential office saying about the efforts of its top economic delegation to seal a deal with the U.S. ahead of Friday's deadline? To answer this question and more, I have Arirang's Jung-min standing by live at the Yongsan office. Jung-min, welcome. So let's begin with the president's response to the trade deal.
Sunny, President Lee said the deal has eliminated uncertainties in export conditions and that South Korea has crossed a major hurdle. Take a listen.
국익 중심의 유연한 실용 외교를 통해서 급변하는 대외 환경의 파고를 슬기롭게 넘어가야 될 것입니다.
Presiding over a weekly meeting with his aides on Thursday, the president instructed the officials to fully prepare for follow-up measures, as well as long-term tasks, such as expanding consumption at home and diversifying export markets. He added he expects South Korea and the U.S. to further strengthen their economic cooperation and alliance. Taking to social media earlier, Lee noted the investment fund worth $350 billion will solidify the foundation of bilateral cooperation in shipbuilding, semiconductors, and rechargeable batteries, among others. In particular, he added $150 billion will be solely committed to shipbuilding to help Korean shipbuilders make inroads into the U.S.
Right. Jung-min, meanwhile, what's the latest regarding the proposed summit between the president and his U.S. counterpart?
Right, so the two leaders' first face-to-face talks are expected within 2 weeks, according to the presidential chief of staff for policy, Kim Yong-bom.
I heard President Trump ask Secretary Rubio to set a date for next week, but considering schedules, it'll take place within 2 weeks.
With a major diplomatic challenge somewhat removed, summit diplomacy between South Korea and the U.S. is expected to pick up speed, which has been stalled since President Lee Jae-myung took office in June. Details of the summit, including the date, could be discussed when South Korea's Foreign Minister Cho Hyun meets his U.S. counterpart Marco Rubio in Washington on Thursday local time. The summit agenda is expected to include setting details of the framework deal. Security issues such as the allies' defense cost sharing and purchasing U.S.-made weapons were not addressed this time, but they could be brought up when the two leaders meet. Earlier this morning, South Korea's Defense Minister An Gyu-baek spoke over the phone with U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, where they agreed to modernize the alliance and expand cooperation in shipbuilding. Back to you, Sunny.
All right, Jung-min, thank you for that coverage. That was our Yoon Jung-min with the response from the presidential office regarding Seoul's trade deal with Washington.